Hi guys, it's me. I've been contemplating on whether or not I wanted to make this video, but after giving it some serious thought, I think it's important I get my message across, and I want you guys to know what I've been dealing with the last couple days. Based on the title of this video, I think I might have the coronavirus, and the reason why I say I think is because I had all the symptoms, but I can't get testing for it. So my symptoms include fever, shortness of breath, body aches, chills, headache, and sore throat. Those are basically all the symptoms except for coughing. A timeline of what I've been going through is on Tuesday afternoon, I started feeling kind of fatigued. I started developing a headache. So I went to go take a nap with the baby. My body aches were just kind of lingering and my headache was just starting out. And I thought, I'm just tired because I have a newborn and 2 toddlers at home that are constantly crazy, so of course I'm tired. Didn't really think anything of it. Wednesday rolled around. My body aches got a little bit worse. At 2 o'clock, I started feeling really fatigued. I just decided I'll just check my temperature to see what's going on. It was 100.6. I went to go lay down because I'm just so tired at this point. My headache was starting to throb very hard. My body aches got really bad. Later that evening, I started getting chills. I started getting hot and cold sweats, and my body was just aching. And I remember my bones, it just felt like it was throbbing, and my joints, it was hurting. So whenever I put my hands up like this, it just felt very stiff, and then when I moved my fingers, it was just achy to move it. So I was laying in bed and I was feeling fatigue more than ever. My headache was just pounding. My fever was still at 100-ish. Thursday came around and I decided I'm gonna go to the doctor's. I made an appointment. My appointment was at 1 o'clock, but we got a big snowstorm that day and I'm really scared to drive in the snow. My fever kind of went away and I decided, okay, I'm just going to cancel. It's probably nothing and I'll be fine. So my fever did go away for a little bit and then it came back around 4 o'clock. I decided, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna go to the doctor just to better be safe than sorry. So I made an appointment. Luckily they had something at 4:40. I went to the doctor right away. When I got to the doctor, they asked me about my symptoms and I told her exactly what I was feeling: fever, body aches, chills, headache, and fatigue. When they took my temperature at the doctor's office, I was 102. She gave me an order to go get tested for COVID-19 because I had checked out so many boxes on the sheet. The whole car ride home, I'm surprised I even made it home safely because it was such a blur. I was crying the entire time driving home because I was so worried about my kids and who's gonna take care of them. This office gave me an address of where I can go get testing done, and I decided Friday morning I'm going to go ahead and get that done first thing in the morning. Later that night, I decided that I'm going to isolate myself in case I do have it. I just don't want to take the chance of giving it to the kids because the last thing I want are my kids to have whatever I have. I isolated myself in this room, and Friday morning came. I went to the testing site. When I got there, it was shut down. Apparently they shut down the testing site because they're reserving tests for severely ill people and medical professionals that are on the front lines. At this point, I'm like, okay, I don't really know what to do. So I went home. I'm just so tired at this point. I couldn't even look for more options. I was actually thinking about driving to Denver to hunt down some testing sites, but I was so tired that it probably wasn't a safe idea for me to drive to Denver by myself. So I went home and I just went to bed because I'm just so tired. My body aches were just throbbing. I had this excruciating headache and my fever was still there. And I was fighting all these symptoms all day long. The last few nights, I haven't really been able to sleep because I've just been so stressed out about what's going on. Just the uncertainty of what my condition is. Saturday came, that's when things got a little bit better for me. My fever went away, but it was kind of on and off. It just seems like these symptoms, it goes away and then something new comes up. Saturday night, I started experiencing shortness of breath. And that's when I got really scared because they say when you feel shortness of breath to go to the hospital. I live in Colorado Springs. It is very high altitude. We're 6,000 feet above sea level and it's really hard to breathe here. Sorry. I was experiencing shortness of breath. I was doing some steam breathing. I was using the kids' baby Breeza, and it was coming out hot steam air. So I was breathing that in as deep as possible to help with my breathing. That really helped a lot. The next day, Sunday, I think first full day that I experienced no fever. Also, my shortness of breath went away. But then I started getting a little sore throat. And again, I got worried. This is another symptom of this coronavirus, is the cough. As soon as I felt this thing in my throat, which I kind of still feel now, mind you, I've been gargling warm water with salt this entire time. I was just gargling salt, and also doing the steam down my throat so that it'll help clear that up. Come Monday, which is today, I feel a lot better. But every time I say I feel better, something bad happens. So I'm just crossing my fingers that I really am getting better. But today I don't have a fever. My body aches are gone. My chills are gone. My headache is still there, but it's very acute now compared to what I was experiencing the last 5 days. I have never experienced that kind of headache in my life. My head just felt like I couldn't even hold it on my shoulders because it just felt so heavy. I've been in isolation since Thursday evening. I feel so bad for the mister who's been taking care of all 3 kids. Plus, you guys know that I'm nursing. What we've been doing is I've just been pumping every 2 hours and giving him the milk, and he's feeding Sophia. But I've been just away from everybody. It's very frustrating because I don't know what I have. It could be just a simple cold, or it could be the virus, but I don't know because I cannot get testing. I was able to find 2 sites that offered a home test kit, but I think I'm gonna have to end this video a little bit shorter. My throat is just getting a little bit itchy, and I don't want to keep forcing myself to wrap this video up. It's very frustrating that I cannot get testing because there's just limited resources, and they say that if you think you have it, consider yourself to do have it and just self-quarantine. But obviously, like, that's a lot easier said than done. I have 3 kids and he's handling all 3 by themselves while I'm up here, so that's been quite hard on our family. I think this is going to be it for my video. I just wanted to let you guys know what I've been dealing with, and I hope you guys say some prayers for me. Let's get back to healthy, okay guys? Stay safe.